What's going on YouTube? It's your boy ALJ here. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. So right now, I'm going to give you a story about my first and only fight in the U.S. Navy. So everyone hears rumors all the time about the Navy and the drinking, the fighting, and as much as that is not true, it's also very true. It's not true for the fact that I've only seen one Navy fight and I was involved in it. But at the same time, the drinking is very true, and I would like to say this. Be responsible. If you're getting ready to go on your first deployment or any deployment, it's cool to drink, it's fun, have fun with your other shipmates and people you work with, but remember that you can see other shit in town. You can go out and explore other country you in, so take advantage of all of it. Then this was about 2010. Now in 2010, hold on for a second. Let me get it together. I bet. All right, so look. So 2010, I'm on the USS Barry DDG-52. I believe I'm a CSSN, maybe a CS3. I can't remember. Well, I made CS3 and didn't. I was frocking. You know what I'm saying? So you'll learn what that means later on. But whatever. So we go to Canada for Fleet Week. So I remember, shout out to my OG DC-1 Tires, him and ET2 Bland. They said specifically before we got there, they said, yo, y'all heard what happened? It's going to be a bunch of boats pulling up. It's going to be Fleet Week. Y'all know what this is? We excited because we think it's a party. Now, mind you, we've been partying for every spot we went into with these same people, and they're a little older than us, but Tice at the time was there for 18 years, Bland for 7, 14, something like that. So, they had experience, and they gave us the truth. They said, listen, y'all gonna end up fighting with them other boats over there. For what? Trust me, y'all gonna end up fighting. And he was right. And what he told us was, think about it like high school. And I don't know what everybody else, but a lot of times this happens. You ever seen dudes come to another school and all the chicks run to them? Now, you may not even care about none of these broads, think they are trash juice, but the fact that all the chicks is running to some dudes they don't know before kind of upsets you because you feel territorial. And vice versa, when other dudes come to your school, you feel the same way. So, mind you, in my opinion, these Navy bitches they're like sea mooses, most of them. And that's just because you see people, anyone can look good if you stay around them long enough. But not y'all, most of them are just trash. But it is what it is. So we sitting there and they telling us how this gonna go, and I'm bugging. I'm like, no, I don't believe that. So we hit Canada, Halifax, Canada. And then mind you, in Canada, we having a great time that day. My man's, I'm saying, he gave me 20, he owed me. My man Danny, I ain't gonna say no last name for whatever reason. My man Danny from the Bronx, he gave me 20. I turned that 20 to 800 in the casino. I lost it all because I kept gambling, but I turned it up. I was in there wilding, the free drinks, you know what I mean? Yeah, free dinner. We was having a good time, and then we get to town. And one thing you gotta know about the Navy, at least for us, we were the king of the BYOB. We in town, bars, especially overseas, way more expensive. A beer costs $8, $9, $10 at the bar. So what we would do, go to the liquor store, especially if they have an NEX for the liquor store, or a package store as they call it in the military. You go and you buy your own liquor, add it to your juice, you walk around town, you fade it, you write all day. That's what we was doing. And mind you, our chain of command definitely knew because they would laugh. I had look at them with the juices. Yeah, we poor, we ain't you, chief. We ain't got it. So we out, we drinking, and we all end up at what I call, or we used to call the Berry Bar, which is the bar that everyone from my ship ended up going to. So we hit the Berry Bar, and we don't know this is the Berry Bar at first. You never know. You just there, and then people end up coming, and end up popping off. So we had a great time. So we sitting there, and it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we eating fish and chips and drinking and just, we doing the town. And we were at a club, I'll never forget, it's called Bubbles. So Halifax, I don't know if it's still there, it was called Bubbles. It was a bar on the top, but if you walk through the back and walk down some stairs, the whole nightclub. So the whole nightclub was lit. we didn't know that this was gonna happen at first. And then my man's coming and tell us, yo, this place turns into a nightclub, stay here. So we're all having a good time. But we start noticing other people from other boats, Navy boats, pull in. And we, mind you, at the time, I'm cool because when you don't see American faces for a long time or people that speak your language, anyone who does it, you kind of like, all right, that's what's up. And I'm looking at it from like, y'all with us. We Navy, you Navy, we Navy. We Navying together, whatever. But Titus was right. So we go into the bar. We all having a good time that night. And the other boat, I don't know who it was, what boat it was. Niggas start acting tough. So tough. And I'm with, I ain't gonna say nobody's names, whatever. You know what I mean? But whatever. At certain times I will, sometimes I won't, because, you know, their names, and they still in or not out, and I don't want to get them in trouble. So, bet, we chilling. I see my man's on stage, some nigga from another boat clapping his hands, hitting me with the, y'all don't want no issues, y'all don't want no issues. I see my boy Hardy. Say, what? What's going on? What are you talking about? Now I'm watching Hardy. As I'm watching Hardy, I don't know what's going on behind me. This is a whole nother argument. I'm looking up. We got OS1, OS2, Bland, a bunch of people on the other side, and they watching us, but they telling us to chill. Like the youngest tells to chill, it's not worth it, da-da-da-da-da. They on that tip. Cool, but I don't got nothing to do with that. I look back on the stage, it was a stage inside the club, and that whole shit, it seemed like it was on this stage. It seemed like everybody was all over, but at least 40 niggas from this shit was on the stage, so they above us. So we sitting there, I look up, my man's, he was Undaz, he was a Bosa made an Undaz nigga. And he was drinking a beer. And it was like, yo, I bet you won't hit this nigga. Who? This nigga. And that nigga that was clapping, he was pointing at that. The clap nigga, they was pointing at that nigga. Next thing I know, my man said, yo, hold that. Passed him a Heineken. I remember it was a Heineken. He leaned and rocked this nigga shit on stage. That nigga fell back, but as he fell back, that whole stage jumped down. Now I'm there. Now I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation like a bar fight like that. I've been in them before, or like club fights, head on the swivel. The only thing keeping me somewhat in a good, calm position in my brain at this moment is the fact that this is a Navy fight, and I know no one here is like about to cut me and stab me the fuck up. So, and I'm also, even though I'm on the swivel, I'm also a little more reckless because I know I can wild a little bit. So, I step back, I see my man, I see somebody coming through my man's, boop, right hand, knock him. I don't slide, I'm not saying like I got a one-hitter quitter like that. I'm just saying, in this situation, him being drunk and not seeing me, boop, he go away. I turn around, I see my man's Danny, he about to square with this nigga. He, boop, boop, two-piece him. And then for some reason, put this nigga in a choke, and in like a full Nelson. So I come up, I just don't even know what to do, because the nigga, like, he holding him up for some reason. He could have just dropped this nigga. So I said, fuck it, finish him off. I should start choking the shit out of him. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna, like, toss him to the ground. Then I see somebody try to hit Danny. Boop, I hit them with the left. Next thing I know, I turn around, I see my man's Lionel. Lionel, what up? What up, Lionel? See my man Lionel. This dude, Lionel, probably about 6'3", 6'4", 300, big black dude from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he getting busy. Like, he blacking out, he don't even know who. And at some point, he hit some nigga from our boat because they trying to calm him down. They don't think, people, first let me say this. If there's a fight going on, a melee, why would you try to grab me? Don't grab me in this melee. I'm meleeing. And anyone interfering of my melee will get meleeed on. Typically what happens. So everybody getting in, like the whole club is wild. You know what I'm saying? So I see my little man, see a yeoman, little short dude, cool cat. You know what I'm saying? Funny nigga like Kevin Hart. He go to grab a bottle and break it. It don't break. He tried to hit a nigga with the bottle don't break. He hit the nigga and just run. That shit was funny. So everybody getting it in. We getting our good little squabble on for like good 3-4 minutes, it feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know, that feel like a lot when like everything going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you watching your back, but you trying to make sure you watching everybody else's, and everybody get it in. I was proud, like that's fun sometimes. You know, sometimes it's good to get it out, keep it a buck. Especially at that point in my life, I thought that shit was cool. So next thing I know, my brain clicked. You ever seen the episode of the Boondocks when that nigga Riley said, "Yeah, throw a chair"? Sometimes there's always an incident when niggas throw a chair. That clicked in my brain. That was some real shit. Because as we fighting, and I realized nobody was on me, I looked and the club had a bunch of chairs and tables. So my mindset was, yo, start throwing the chairs. That's what you're supposed to be doing right now. Hey, yo, Jay, throw chairs. Bet. So I sit there, I try to rush across the club. I'm pushing people, like trying to stay low, but know where my mind is going to go get this table and get this chair and start throwing at these motherfuckers. I get down there and I get grabbed. I don't know who it is, but I feel the strongest person in the world literally lift me off my feet and plant me face down on the club floor. And they put their whole body on top of me, like their neck, like their forearm was in the back of my neck, like it was holding me down, so I'm not going nowhere. And I'm just feeling punches to the face. And as I look up, I'm realizing it's security. And I ain't going front. I was mad, but I was happy because at least I know it wasn't some niggas that plan on just mopping the floor with me. Like these niggas probably plan on like just mopping me up and getting me out of here. Which low key they did. They picked my ass up, used my head to, you know, the push bar on the door, like the emergency, like the little bar in the middle joint that go across the whole door in the clubs and like bars, whatever, or like any restaurant or business, like the emergency exit. They used my head, bink, popped that shit open, threw me right outside. Now, mind you, I'm outside causing havoc. Fuck this, let me in. I'm screaming streets from Jersey that don't nobody care about in Halifax. I'm just screaming shit because I'm drunk, I'm pissed off, and I got trashed. But also mad because I didn't get trashed by regular niggas. I got trashed for security, so I felt like I'm old. Then I see my man Danny. He going walking out the club. Everybody else coming out, the security getting everybody out. My man Lion, no security, trying to hold him up. That's when Shore Patrol show up. This nigga said, "Ah!" to Shore Patrol at one point. Like he was so mad as they holding him. This nigga said, "Ah!" Like they was holding this nigga back. 6'4" ass nigga who wanted to get loose and get busy. You know what I mean? So everybody trying to get everybody to chill out. We gotta walk back to the boat. So mind you, walking back to the boat, and now at this point, everybody's riled up, but everybody's also separated. So it's like me, my nigga DeAndre from Cali, my nigga Danny from the Bronx, mother homeboy from North Carolina, my nigga Lucius from North Carolina. He was getting busy, my little nigga Hankins from Arkansas, and that little nigga. That nigga was everybody was in there getting busy. Shout out to them niggas, they was getting busy. But in all this going on, we all get separated. So we walking back to the boat, everybody trying to figure out what's going on. Now, I get back, everybody hear this. Everybody hear what's going on. Now, understand this, I'm not a violent person. But somebody put their hands on me. So in my mind, tomorrow we going back. And if you're a cook on deployment, you don't ever, 9 times, you never stay and watch if you're a cook on watch on deployment. Now, if you actually do something else outside the kitchen that makes you a watch standard, then yeah. But for us, we got to go out every night. So most of the people in the ship, you get to go out only when they're not on duty when we're in a port. So for example, for us, we had a three section duty section. So every 3 days, 1, 2, 3. So if you could be in duty section 1, 2, or 3. Duty section 1 has duty one day, 2 the next, 3 the next, and it starts over. So depending on what port we're in, you may not have duty or you may. Bruh, let me explain something to you. When got back to the boat and all the homies found out what happened, we were so amped the next day. I went and took a crowbar from the kitchen, took it, put it in my book bag, and was ready to get busy again. And I don't know how I got pieced out. I remember Shore Patrol coming to the boat and they having to talk to a bunch of people, and we got a big talking to about it. But You know what I mean? We had fun. That was that was the only time I went to a fight in the Navy. And even now, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to get a good picture of you. See them two right there, them two knuckles, the little scars on them right there. Let me see if I get that's the nigga's teeth. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, holla back.